Olivia, nothing is going to happen to you. I'm going to protect you the same way you protected me and John. When can I see him?
You can't.
Oh, no.
No, not while Edmund's still a threat. It's not safe.
You're right. We just have to find a way to expose Edmund for the sneak that he really is. It's before, of course, he kills me, which is just a minor detail, but we just have to figure out how to do it.
Well, we can't tell Richard. He won't believe us.
No, I mean, Richard trusts Edmund completely, doesn't he?
Blindly. And besides, it's our word against Edmund's. No one's going to believe us. We don't have any proof.
Well, what if we can get proof?
How?
I don't know. I mean, there must be some way that we can get Edmund to expose his true colors. You know, the camera. The camera that was installed in this room. Didn't you say that you can see what goes on in this room from Edmund's room?
Yes, what about it?
Okay. I'll lure him in here. The night of the ball, I'll lure him in here, and I'll tell him that I'm onto him, that I'll get him to spill the beans, and all the time Richard will be watching from Edmund's room.
So I just have to get Richard into
Yes.
Edmund's room. Maybe just seeing me will do that, if only to wrap his hands around my throat. No, look, it's all right. I'll think of something. Just, you have to keep me hidden until then.
Done. This is gonna work. I know this is gonna work. Tomorrow night, the masked ball. Edmund's gonna be trapped for good. And then I'll get to see my little boy. Tomorrow night. Oh, God, I can hardly wait. Everyone's awake. I think we have to be extra careful.
Do you think somebody's going to come by?
I told the guard outside the door I didn't want to be disturbed, but just in case.
I know. I go back in the closet.
What's wrong?
I just hate this. I hate having to sneak around, hiding in the palace of all places.
I'm so sorry for everything you've gone through, Olivia. Especially what you've given up for John.
He's worth it, Reva. I just wish Richard...
Oh, he will. He'll understand. Once he finds out what Edmund's done, he'll know you saved Jonathan's life and mine.
Right now, he wants me dead. And if he or anybody else sees me, that's exactly what I will be.
That's why we're going to keep you hidden until the ball. I thought maybe I'd find you some kind of a costume that no one will recognize you in.
Yeah, I guess that's the only way, huh?
We could tell Richard everything without putting anyone in danger.
No, unless Richard hears his brother admit that he was going to kill Jonathan and has been trying to kill you, he'll never believe it.
Richard trusts me now. He'll know that I wouldn't lie about this.
He'll think your memory was wrong. And if he knew we've talked, he'd think I influenced it that way.
There must be some way.
It's his brother, Reva, his best friend. Richard loves Edmund the way I'm sure you love your sister. Would you ever think she would betray you?
I know. I would never trust anyone over my sister. We're just going to have to prove to Richard that Edmund betrayed him, no matter what it takes.
Believe me, if there was any other way to end Richard's pain sooner, I would. I spent 5 years every day watching him agonize over Jonathan, and every day I just wanted to wrap my arms around him and tell him that his little boy was okay, and he was happy. But I was so afraid for Jonathan. I didn't know where the threat was coming from, who you were so afraid of.
There's no way you could have. You did the right thing. I understand that now.
Once I found out it was Edmund...
You were in the same boat that we're in right now. I mean, even if you had remembered what had happened all those years ago, no one would have believed you.
Yeah, but now I know how dangerous he is. Reva, we have got to do this exactly right, or we are all dead. You can't let Edmund know that he's walking into a trap. Reva, we're running out of time. The ball is tonight.
I know. I'm just having a hard time concentrating on this plan, knowing that my son is out there and that I'm going to get to see him.
You will be able to see him, I promise you, but there'll be time afterwards.
Afterwards.
Right now, we have to focus on the plan. On Edmund.
I have to see him. Oh, I have to see him today.
We can't. You'll blow it. We can't.
Neither of us knows what's going to happen after tonight. Something could go wrong.
Well, we can't let it
something
go.
could go wrong no matter how well we've planned this. And I want to see him. I want to hold him in my arms just in case.
In case what?
In case I never see him again. I'll say I'm going for a final fitting on my gown. I'll have the driver take me into town and then make a detour.
No,
Richard's
no.
out riding. He won't be back for a while.
Too
There's
risky.
time. Trust me.
I don't know.
I have to see my son. We don't know what will happen tonight.
Reva, you can't just walk in and tell him you're his mother.
I would never do that. I'll tell him that I'm a friend of his Aunt Olivia's, and that's not a lie. Please, I can't concentrate on this plan until I see him, Olivia. Please tell me where he is.
Okay. Okay, I'll tell you where he is.
Catherine? Catherine?
Hey. What are you doing?
What are you doing here?
Well, I was worried about you.
Well, you've got a guard posted right outside my door. I'm perfectly safe.
Just wanted to talk.
Oh, okay. How's your shoulder?
It's all better thanks to you. You know, I just met the most interesting woman on the beach while I was riding. An American woman. She reminded me so much of you.
Well, you know what they say about we Americans, how we all look alike.
Her name was, Tammy.
Well, that's my niece's name. That's my sister Cassie's daughter.
Oh, yes, your sister who faked her illness to get you home.
I probably have a picture of her somewhere that I can let you see later, but I was going to take a nap.
Something wrong? You seem very nervous.
No, there's no... I just... pre-ball jitters, I guess it's what it is.
You never used to get nervous for these events?
Yeah, well, it's different now, and I just think I should rest.
What is that?
Nothing.
What? It's your son.
Yes. That's, my son in Springfield.
What did you say his name was again?
Shayne.
Shayne. How old is he?
Well, he's 10. Picture was taken several years ago, but it's one of my favorites, so I carry it with me everywhere.
It's a great photograph. He's a very handsome boy.
Yeah, well, you don't want to get me started bragging on my son.
You know, he looks exactly like you. He's got the same smile. He looks like a very happy boy.
He is.
What's he like?
Well, he's like any other young boy. He likes sports and video games, that sort of thing.
Like, do family things together, you're taking camping to the ball games, that sort of thing.
We really have so much to do before the ball.
This photo, it's amazing because it just seems like, well, Shayne looks the same age Jonathan would be now.
You're probably right.
You know, it's always been the most difficult time of year for me, is Jonathan's birthday, June the 30th. You know, he would be 7 now. I'm sorry. It's been a very difficult couple of days, you know.
I know, and I don't want to make it any harder for you.
Everything reminds me of Jonathan. I can't help it. And to think that I almost married the woman that took him away from me, that took my life away.
We don't know really what Olivia has or hasn't done.
That's what we know. That she kidnapped Jonathan 6 years ago, and we know that she almost killed you yesterday.
Well, we didn't see her take the shot.
What's the matter with you? You saw the gun in her hand, standing over Edmund. Edmund was the only other person there.
I'm just relating what we actually saw.
What we actually saw, we saw that lunatic, what she did to my brother. You know, when I saw Edmund on that ground, I thought we had lost him.
You love your brother. And you trust him? And we're going to work this all out.
We don't know that. We still don't know what she's done with Jonathan. And I have a terrible fear. I think that he's gone for good, that she's taken him away, and, well, I fear the worst.
No. She would never hurt Jonathan. I know he's all right.